In this video, you will learn how to develop a random forest model in PySpark. Random forest is an ensemble of decision trees trained with the bagging method. The general idea of the bagging method is that a combination of learning model increases the overall results. Let's import Spark session from PySpark.sql. Import Spark session. We will also import functions. Import PySpark.sql dot functions as f. Let's create a Sparks object. I will write Spark and then I will call this Spark session. We are creating this Spark session dot builder dot get or create. Let's read a CSV file and save in a variable df. I will call this object Spark. From this I will call the method read.csv. Inside this I will pass my CSV file name pima.csv, and then I will pass two parameters. Info schema is equal to true. This will get us the column types, and then header is equal to true. This will get us the column names. Let's execute our code. To look at the data frame, we will use the method show. I will write df.show. Here in the output you can see we have a data frame. We have columns such as preg, class, press, skin, test, mass, pedia, age, class, etc. In this data set, our object is to predict whether a person is having a diabetes or not based on this independent variable. This data set is from the Pima Indians. You can find it online, or I will also share the link in the description below. Now let's explore our data set. We will first see our class variable, that is the target variable, df.select dot class dot show, and here in the output you will see in our target variable we have two class, 1 and 0. 1 indicates a person is having diabetes, 0 means person is not having diabetes, and we have to predict whether a person is having diabetes or not based on this other independent variables. Let's look at how many samples are there using the method count. I will write df.count, and here in the output you can see there are total 768 samples in our data frame. We can also check how many columns are there. Length of df.columns, there are total 9 columns. We can also check the data types. I will write df.print schema, and here you will see our first column preg is integer, then class is also integer, and so on. We have all the data types here. Then we can also look at the descriptive statistics using the method describe. I will write df.describe.show, and then here you will see we got the descriptive statistics such as the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum for all these numerical variables. Then we can also use the method head to look at rows. I will write df.head, and I want to see the 5 rows. I will put here 5. Here in the output you can see we got the 5 rows here. You can see the rows here, and then next we can also see how many zeros and 1 are present in our target variable class. We are doing this ADA, we are exploring the data frame. I will write df.group by, and we want to group by class, and then we want to count dot show. Now you will see in the output this is a distribution of our target variable. There are total 268 people having diabetes and 500 not having diabetes. It's like 50%, or if you see here it has more than 50% not having diabetes, and here we have just 268 people having the diabetes here. We can also look at the distribution of age. I'll copy this code from here and paste it here. Instead of class I will put here age, and you will see here the age distribution of our data set. We have most of the people having this age 28, 26, 27, 22. They are very young people in this age group, and for you will see for 64 years we have just one observation. That means this data set has a lot of young people. Now we will import the vector assembler, because next we will create a vector assembler and pass our independent variables, not the target variable. Vector assembler is a transformer that combines a given list of columns into a single vector column. It is useful for combining raw features and features generated by different feature transformation into a single feature vector. In order to train our machine learning model in PySpark, let's import the class vector assembler. I will write from pyspark.ml.feature import vector assembler, and now let me print the column names df.columns, and I will show you what I am doing here with this vector assembler. I'll make one variable assembler, and then I will call the class vector assembler. In this, my first parameter will be input column, and I will pass all the columns in the list. Here I am going to pass all the independent variables, not the target variable. Class is our target variable. I will leave this, and rest of all this variable I will just copy from here and then paste it here, and I will convert this independent variable into a new column, and that will be in the output column. We have this input columns here, and then we have output column, and our output column name will be features. Let's execute our code. Now all these columns will get converted into one single feature, and they will be in this new column features. Let me call this assembler, and here you will see it is saying vector assembler. We are not getting the actual values because first we will need to transform this assembler into a data frame df and save the result in a new variable. I'll make one new variable output, then I will call this assembler, and then I will transform this on our data frame df. Let's execute our code. Now if I do output.show, you will see I'll get a new column features, and here in the data frame you see we got a new columns here feature, and this column has all the independent variables right from this beginning preg up to this age. And let me show you. I will write output dot select and we will select features as well as class dot show, and here you will see we are getting dots here, and to look at all the numbers we will pass one parameter truncate is equal to false. Now you see we got all the numbers here, and let me tell you how many independent variables we have. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. There are total 8 independent variables, and here we should get 8 values. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. This feature column has all the independent variable, and then we have this class column, and we are going to build our machine learning model on this these two variables. So let us create a new data frame, and that data frame will have only these two columns, features and class. I'll make one new data frame model underscore df, and then I will just copy this code from here and paste it here, and I will remove this dot show because we don't need this. Let's execute our code, and if I see model underscore df dot show, here in the output you see we got two columns only, features and class. We will use this feature column to predict this class column. Next we are going to split this data frame into train and test. Our training will have 70% of the sample and test will have 30%. Let me create two variables, training underscore df and then test underscore df. Then I will call our data frame model df, and then I will call the function random split, and I want 70%, 0.7 for the training set and 0.3, that is 30% for the test set. Let's execute our code. Now let's look at the count of our training and test data frame. I will write print training underscore df dot count, and in our training data frame we have 553 samples, and let's do the same for the test one. I'll paste it here, and instead of training I will write test underscore df. In test data frame we have total 215 samples. Now we are going to apply the random forest algorithm on this data frame. Let's import the class random forest from PySpark.ml.classification. Import random forest classification or random forest classifier. Now I'm going to make an object rf underscore classifier. I will call this class random forest classifier, and inside this I will pass our target column, and first I will call the parameter label column. In this we have to pass the target column, that is the class column, and then we can pass some parameters, hyperparameter. Let's see, I will pass the hyperparameter number of trees is equal to 50. Then I'm going to fit this on the training data set. I will write training underscore df. This has fitted the model on the training data set and saved in this object rf underscore classifier. Let's make prediction on the test results. I will make one new variable rf underscore predictions. Then I will call the above class rf underscore classifier, that is this class, and then I will do the transformation, and I want to do this on test data set, so I will write here test underscore df. Now we will get the predictions here. I will write rf underscore predictions dot show, and here you will see we got the predictions for the test data set. Here these are the actual class 0011, and these are the predicted class. For the first two samples it has predicted correctly, but for the next two samples it has misclassified because the actual value is 1 1, but the model is predicting 0 and 0. Here it has made mistakes. Next we will evaluate our model, and we will call the class binary classification evaluator, and this is the class from PySpark.ml.evaluation. Import binary classification evaluator. Let's execute, and we want to evaluate this on this predictions we have made. We have made these predictions and saved the result in this rf underscore predictions. We want to evaluate how accurate we are. I'll make one variable rf underscore auc. Then I will call this class binary classification evaluator, and then I will pass first parameter label column. Our label column is class, and then the evaluate dot evaluate, and we want to evaluate on the rf underscore predictions that we have saved. Let's execute our code. Now let's look at the auc rf underscore auc. The auc is 0.80, which is quite high and very good. AUC as close to 1 is always good, and we are getting 0.80. That is very good AUC here. We can also plot, or we can also see the important features of our model, and for that we will do rf underscore classifier dot feature importance, and these are the important features. First let me print the column names, df dot columns. Now it says that there are total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. There are total 8 columns, that is why it is given here 8. Then these all are starting with number 0 up to 7. It says that the first variable preg is 0.005, that is 5% important. Second variable PLAS is 36% important, 0.36. Third variable it's just 4%, and so on. This is how we are getting the important variables from our data frame. This is how you can develop a random forest model in PySpark. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.